morning. Welcome to Good Day LA on this Thursday. I'm Jen Lammers.
I'm Bob DeCastro. Yeah, we've got a packed show for you this morning. Here is what is coming up. We have new details on the suspected DUI driver who ran into a group of high school runners. We have the latest in a live report from Anaheim, and we'll tell you how the students are doing at this hour.
2 California colleges settled high-profile cases over alleged anti-Semitism tied to campus protests. We'll have more on that, but first, let's get over to Maria for a check on our forecast. Good morning.
And good morning to you on this Thursday. We're almost to the weekend, and I know each day this week has kind of felt like it's been the same, right? It's felt more like a summer day in the afternoon with highs well above normal. Right now, we're starting out very similarly to the last several days with mostly fair skies. Lots of sunshine already at this hour. High pressure still in control of our weather, and that is what's providing us with a slight offshore flow. So those winds coming out of the northeast, very light, nothing too strong, but it's enough to clear out the marine layer. So there's no marine layer, and temperatures are warming up nicely. It's 56 in Burbank, 63 in downtown right now, 27 in Big Bear, 62 in Palm Springs. High temperatures this afternoon will range anywhere from 86 in Palm Springs in the low desert, 71 in the high desert areas. The mountains, 65 degrees today in Big Bear, and out towards the valleys, Inland Empire, nearing 90 degrees this afternoon. 84 for downtown LA. That's well above the normal 67 to that 71 at the coast. I'll show you the 7-day forecast, let you know when it will finally feel like December in just a few moments. But first, a check-in with Stu up in Sky Fox, the crew watching our traffic conditions. And let me guess, Stu, are you up near Runyon Canyon? Is this where you're at? Where are you?
No, but so close. And you know what? We spotted something so cool. Had to share it.
Where is
this? Is the Tom LaBonge panorama. And this is like top of Mount Lee over by Griffith Observatory. Look at this. Santa knows they're here. Santa knows. I was saying I might do the hike, just drop off a little lump of coal in each one of those. No, I would never do that. But anyways, yeah, just found a little Christmas stuff out here. This is at the Tom LaBonge. This is the panorama looking at Griffith Observatory. We're going to spin it around. Everybody, hope you had your Dramamine this morning. Whoops, I might have passed it. Did I pass it? Yes, I did. I passed it. Whoop. We're going to go over to the 134. There it is, and that's going to be in the Glendale area. Sorry about all that, but anyways, I had to show the stockings. Come on. It's Christmas. Hey, we're taking a look at that 134 drive, and it actually is busy, but it is definitely moving. If you're going to be headed eastbound, that is going to be the better drive of the two. Westbound coming over to the 5. You can see it right there, bunching up slow and go, but it kind of stays that way as you make your way into the Burbank area. So if you're on that 134 today through the Glendale area, fantastic. If you're going through Burbank, give yourself a little extra time. Sending it back to you all in the studio, and ho, 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 and it's almost Christmas.
Ho, ho.
I know, almost 2 more weeks. That's it. Yeah. Thank you, Stu.
Right around the corner.
Yeah. Now our top story. A car veers off a street and strikes a group of Anaheim High School runners who were just waiting at a traffic signal during a practice run.
Mario is live at the high school with the very latest. Mario.
Yeah, Bob, Jen, we're just outside Anaheim High School, and I did confirm with school administrators this morning that some of those track team members are still in the hospital recovering from their injuries, but they all are expected to make a full recovery. That's the good news in all of this. Take a look with the video here. We'll go back to that scene, this terrible crash. This is the spot where that group of 8 high school athletes was hit by a suspected DUI driver. The red Toyota sitting up on the sidewalk with track shoes, water bottles, and debris scattered across the intersection, and surveillance video capturing the car moved down Harbor Boulevard near North Street and veering straight into the group. No stopping, just a direct collision that sent bodies flying. Now, first responders rushed in within minutes. 3 teens loaded into ambulances and rushed to the hospital right away with more serious injuries, and 4 more were later taken as a precaution. Meanwhile, the 27-year-old driver from Anaheim, police say, showed signs of impairment, and he did cooperate with law enforcement on the scene. We're now hearing from students and parents this morning on campus. Take a listen to what they have to say.
It does kind of affect me in a way because those are like my teammates and I know some of those girls, so it kind of like sucks to not like to see that happen to them.
It's scary to yesterday I got a call from one of my friends because she knows that my daughter is on the track team, and my heart dropped. I was like, oh my God, where's my daughter? And I'm trying to get a hold of her. I couldn't get a hold of her, and I'm just sad. I'm sad for those students. I'm sad for the parents that are having to deal with this. I'm glad that everybody is recovering and everybody's okay.
And this is a look at his booking photo that was just released. Police this morning have now identified the driver as 27-year-old Anthony Alva Palafox of Anaheim. He was taken to the hospital for injuries and later arrested on suspicion of DUI. Police say for both alcohol and drugs. His vehicle was impounded, and police say a search warrant is pending to determine if there was any other evidence inside. Now, again, all of the injuries, non-life-threatening. Those students are expected to fully recover. There will be crisis counselors available for students and staff here on campus today. We're also expecting to hear from the principal here shortly. We'll have that update coming up. For now, live in Anaheim, I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
All right. We look forward to that, Mario. Thank you. Pomona College has settled a federal complaint over its handling of pro-Palestinian protests. The 2024 protests disrupted campus events, including graduation, and some Jewish students reported feeling targeted. As part of an agreement, Pomona will hire a civil rights coordinator and form a task force on Jewish campus life. The college will also review a debated definition of anti-Semitism that links the term Zionist to a potential anti-Semitic intent. While denying any wrongdoing, officials say the goal is balancing free speech with protecting students from discrimination.
Today, 2 gang members will be sentenced for a brutal 2015 double murder in Montecito Heights. Jose Echevarria and Dallas Pineda were convicted in October. Prosecutors say the pair lured 2 teenage girls to a park where they were shot and beaten to death with a rock. The girls' bodies were found near a hiking trail the following day. Both men, now in their late 20s, faced life in prison without the possibility of parole. The DA's office says the case dragged on for years because of a series of legal and procedural matters. Both defendants had their cases pending that needed to be resolved before the double murder trial could begin.
The lawyers for the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk will be back in court today. A judge will decide whether cameras will be allowed in the courtroom. Tyler Robinson's attorneys are pushing to limit media access. They say widespread attention could affect his right to a fair trial, while news outlets argue the hearing should stay open to the public. Prosecutors plan to seek the death penalty.
A pro-housing group is suing California Governor Gavin Newsom over a ban on duplex construction in wildfire-prone areas. In a lawsuit filed yesterday, the group claims Newsom's executive order violates state law by restricting a housing law that allows property owners to subdivide lots. Supporters say the law helps fire victims rebuild and addresses the housing crisis, while critics argue it increases fire risks. Newsom defends the ban, saying it protects vulnerable communities.
A local Target store has become the site of some holiday magic.
Yeah, LAPD officers joining dozens of kids for a special shopping trip. And that's where we find Coco McAvoy. She's live in the West Adams neighborhood to explain. Good morning.
Good morning, and I like how you described that, some holiday magic. That's really what happened here at the Target in West Adams. So the event ended about an hour ago or so. So now regular business hours are underway for people who are shopping, but it truly was a magical event. We're talking about 50 kids who ran through the store before it opened, able to get all of the items that they wanted to get because the LAPD officers from the Southwest Division gave each kid a gift card. So they were able to get a number of items, of course, many of them running to the toy section, grabbing what they wanted for Christmas or whatever holiday they may celebrate. And it really was special to talk to the kids, also to the LAPD officers, because some of them have grown up in the neighborhood and say they also can relate to a lot of the children who were shopping here this morning. It's all a part of Target's Heroes and Helpers program that partnered with LAPD's Southwest Community Police Station to give out the gift cards to kids in the community. Heroes and Helpers is a joint effort between Target, charity organizations, and first responders. So again, that event wrapped up just about an hour ago, spreading lots of holiday cheer. Reporting live this morning, I'm Coco McAvoy. I'll send it back to you.
So great to see all those smiles, Coco. Thank you so much. The newest employee at a library in Hawaii is getting a lot of attention.
Say hello to Pepper the robot.
Where are the children's books?
The children's section is on the right side of the library.
Beep, boop, beep, boop. Pepper made her debut yesterday in Honolulu. The humanoid robot was made specifically for library use. Pepper uses voice, gestures, and a touch screen to interact with visitors. Staffers say she can take care of simple tasks like giving directions, taking selfies with guests, and entertaining the kids.
I will dance for you the Pepper dance.
We've been talking with the library system about robots for a while. We do have the most updated software, for this robot Pepper, and so eventually she can also incorporate AI.
Hopefully partnering with schools or others who really want to learn programming to help us expand what Pepper can do right now.
It's cool for the kids, right? So the library was able to buy Pepper thanks to a $25,000 grant.
I've seen these now in airports before.
Yeah.
You're like, where's gate B?
I've seen those in hotels, too.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Now
they have names.
They're going to be checking you in now.
Absolutely.
Right?
I know.
Here we go. 8:10 is your time. An HBO customer trying to block Netflix from buying Warner Brothers Discovery.
Just ahead, what she is claiming in a new lawsuit. We'll have more on that when we come back. Look at what our elves did to the studio. Isn't it perfection? It's holiday magic. The poinsettias.
I don't know about perfection.
The poinsettias.
We do need some more. The trees are looking a little bare.
I'm surprised.
A look at some of our top stories this morning. Mayor Karen Bass wants the LA City Council to approve almost $4.5 million to hire 410 LAPD officers by June of next year. Bass says without the funding, officer hiring will stop in January, leading to staffing shortages, increased overtime, and strained resources.
This morning, a hearing for LA City Council member Curran Price to determine if there's enough evidence for a trial. Price is charged with 5 felony counts of embezzlement of government funds, 3 felony counts of perjury, and 4 felony counts of conflict of interest. He pleaded not guilty to all charges and denied all allegations.
And listen to this. It looks like there's still time to become a billionaire by Christmas. The Powerball jackpot has jumped to $1 billion after no winning tickets were sold in last night's drawing. Tickets sold in Maryland, Michigan, and New Jersey contain 5 of the winning numbers, but not the Powerball number. Each of those tickets was worth $1 million.
A class action lawsuit has been filed in an effort to stop Netflix from acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery. The lawsuit seeks to block the deal. A woman in Las Vegas, who's an HBO Max subscriber, filed the proposed class action on Monday, citing concerns the acquisition could reduce competition among streaming services. HBO Max is owned by Warner Brothers. Her legal team says the deal could lead to higher prices for streaming apps.
If Netflix prevails, this is the moment that Hollywood turns from an industry into an app, because everything would be completely owned by Netflix. The distribution, the content, both past and present and future, and more importantly, the algorithm.
There's a lot of crown jewels in this. That's why there's that bidding war. And then because you own the content where people's eyeballs want to go, prices are going to go up.
Netflix responded in a statement saying the suit is meritless. In just a few minutes, California Congresswoman Laura Friedman will be joining us to talk about the bidding war. Also, some very popular attractions at Disneyland will be shutting down for a while in 2026. So if you're planning a trip, listen carefully. So starting January 20th, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance will go dark for routine maintenance. And Disney has not revealed a reopening date. And the Haunted Mansion will shut its doors on January 12th to remove its Nightmare Before Christmas theme. That's expected to take roughly 2 weeks. This announcement comes just as Disney dropped a massive ticket promotion, slashing prices to as low as $68 a day to lure people into the parks during the so-called slow season.
I went to both of those attractions this summer.
You did?
And I have to say, you know, even like the Haunted Mansion,
It's my favorite.
It's still great.
It's my favorite one.
You know, I went there as like a kid. I remember loving it.
Me too.
And, you know, it's still really good and still really popular with
A lot of people are going to be disappointed because they're going to go and they go, oh no.
Those are the 2 most arguably popular attractions.
100%.
Yeah, the Rise of the Resistance also was like amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
It's
saw
so
that
good.
for the first time.
Yeah, I know. We need to work our way over there. I've never been during the holidays, and that is on my bucket list.
Oh, it's magical. It's great.
I know. So it's one of these days. It doesn't feel like the holidays, I know. With yesterday's high temperatures, some of them breaking records again, including Woodland Hills reached a high of 90. That was a record high. Riverside, 88, San Jacinto, 86, and even at the beach, it was almost 80 degrees in Laguna. Here are the headlines. Yes, more summer and December kind of weather today. We'll start that slight cool down tomorrow into the weekend, but we're still going to look at above average highs. Today, 70s and 80s, nearing 90 degrees again this afternoon, and then maybe a 10-degree cool down. Noticeable anyway as we get into Sunday. High pressure will still be in control. It'll weaken slightly for the weekend, like I said, but another area of high pressure will take over, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, we will see another bump up in those temperatures. It won't be until perhaps December 22nd when we could finally see a strong enough weather system to displace that area of high pressure. And we could see some clouds by the winter solstice day on Sunday on the 21st, and then maybe even some showers. Imagine that, by Christmas Eve, or at least the day before. We'll wait and see. I'll keep you posted. In the meantime, today, 84 for downtown, 78 in San Luis Obispo if you're headed north. Riverside, not sure if you'll break a record today, but we are expecting mid-80s later this afternoon. And Big Bear as well, lots of sunshine in the low to mid-60s later today. All right, there's my weather for now. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. So Warner Brothers is up for sale with Netflix and Paramount battling over control of the studio.
Both deals are raising concerns about antitrust and the future of Hollywood. Just ahead, California Congresswoman Laura Friedman will be with us to discuss this all. Welcome back. After a week of bidding wars, legal challenges, and political pressure, the future of Warner Brothers Discovery is still unresolved. But the ripple effects are being felt right here in Southern California.
Yeah, with thousands of local jobs tied to competing studios, what happens next can truly reshape our entire industry.
Here's where it stands right now. Netflix is pursuing a multi-billion-dollar acquisitions of Warner Brothers Discovery, facing both a class action lawsuit and a competing hostile bid from Paramount Skydance. Add to that new comments out of Washington, including the president weighing CNN's future and concerns about what consolidation could mean for jobs right here in L.A. and the movie theater industry as a whole. Representative Laura Friedman represents California's 30th district. This represents Burbank, Glendale, and Hollywood, the very neighborhoods where Warner Brothers, HBO, and countless production jobs are based. She's also a former executive and producer in the entertainment industry, and she joins us live right now from Washington, D.C. with reaction. Thanks for joining us, Representative.
Thanks for having me.
What are you hearing from your constituents right now? We're really at a crossroads right now. We've been covering all throughout the year concerns about AI, the various strikes that we've seen, and now more consolidation.
People are really worried. I have yet to hear someone who's enthusiastic about either of these deals. People are rightfully worried about what this means for jobs in the industry. We have seen massive corporate consolidations over the years in Hollywood, always leading to job losses, sometimes massive job losses. So in an industry that's already struggling because of the offshoring of films and this kind of consolidation, there is definitely a lot of concern from the industry. In addition, there are major concerns about what this is going to mean for consumers. If you're streaming and now you have streamers who are combining forces, that gives you less choices as a consumer, and it could certainly lead to higher prices for people trying to stream online.
I mean, pretty much everybody is impacted here. What are the pros and cons of each of these deals?
You know, that each of these deals brings its own set of problems, potential concerns. Certainly Netflix, if they were to be successful in their bid, would become by far the largest streamer with the largest market share. They'd be absorbing HBO. That's a worry for people. The worries with Paramount often go into directions around the Washington climate. We saw President Trump just in the last few days demand that if that deal were to go through, that Paramount would have to retain CNN and change it because he thinks they've been too mean to him. So sort of offering a quid pro quo of maybe a streamlined or a easier approval process for Paramount in exchange for them censoring CNN, which is unacceptable to a lot of people in Hollywood. And look, the less venues there are to finance film production and television production, the less work there is and the less creative outputs there are for writers, for directors, and certainly for independent filmmakers who already see a very shrinking marketplace between theatrical shrinking and some streamers being unwilling to purchase or air products that they didn't produce themselves. And that's another huge problem for the industry.
Any concern on your part, Congresswoman? The Paramount Skydance proposal includes funding from the president's son-in-law, a private equity firm there, as well as Arab monarchies. Any kind of a potential conflict of interest?
Look, of course, that in and of itself is pretty shocking. It's something it's unprecedented, the amount of financial gain this administration and Donald Trump and his family have made off of his presidency. And this is another example where the involvement of his son-in-law, the involvement of his desire to censor CNN could also figure into whether or not the next Netflix proposal is accepted by regulators. And that's a huge concern because regulators should be making their decisions based on the law and based on fairness, not based on what Donald Trump wants. And let me just add, you know, the industry and the job loss is something that's very, very important, especially given that we're trying to recover from fires and the number of people who work in the industry either directly or through ancillary means like through caterers, through coffee shops, dry cleaners, etc. They've already been struggling, and this can make things worse. That's why I have been working since I came to Hollywood on a national film tax credit to try to lure productions back to the United States that have gone overseas because other countries are offering those kinds of tax credits. So we're working on solutions right now for the industry, and this just makes things more complicated because we could very well see one of the studios be absorbed into another with an unknown effect on local jobs and the local economy.
Yeah, no matter what happens here, it's going to be a seismic shift for the industry for sure.
Yeah, really unsettling times, Representative Friedman, and we're going to see how this plays out. and I'm sure you're hearing a lot from your constituents, but we'll continue to stay in touch with you as this moves forward. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be right back.
Coming up on 8:30 on this Thursday, we always have these deep discussions during the break.
There's never enough
We should
time.
have our own podcast or something like that because there's so many other...
Everybody has a podcast.
But not everybody's us.
Exactly.
That's what everybody who starts a podcast says.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what our podcast will be called. Not everybody's podcast.
But we do have substantive discussions, and I think it's pretty deep, actually. So one day we will we'll get into it. Like really
something beyond the surface of Amanda has new makeup today.
Yeah. I mean, and I would submit
although that is incredible.
Don't say that's not important.
Because Amanda right now is just glowing and glistening, and there's like
do you see the adjectives there? Glistening, shimmering, and not shiny.
I just said, yeah, you look shiny today.
No.
Yeah, there's the way a guy's described makeup and hair looks.
No.
It's interesting.
Yeah, you can learn a little bit, Bobby.
She's like,
you
too shiny?
put makeup
I didn't say it was bad.
You wear makeup, so yeah, it's dewy. Dewy. Dewy is sexy. Yes,
it is.
Exactly.
Moist?
No. That's a no. Immediately no. Okay, you carry on, you three. And I'm going to stress some people out here with the countdown because there's only 3 more days left until the start of Hanukkah. So hopefully you've gotten all your gifts wrapped up. 14 days until Christmas Day, and then 21 days until we start a new year. It doesn't feel like winter for us. Officially, it is not winter yet, at least astronomically speaking. We do mark the start of winter in the northern hemisphere on Sunday, December 21st at precisely 7:03 when the sun's rays are over the Tropic of Capricorn. It will provide us with, in general, the shortest day, meaning the shortest amount of daylight hours and longest nighttime hours. But from then on out, the daylight hours will grow longer. So that's the good news about the winter solstice. We are anticipating some warm temperatures again today, 66 degrees for downtown LA right now, but later this afternoon we're expecting 84. That is well above the normal 67. That sun will set later at 4:44 this afternoon, and these are the highs today. I mean, check it out, near 90 for Woodland Hills, 83 in Burbank and Pasadena, 85 in San Bernardino, 86 in Corona, and as we look at Big Bear, 65 degrees a little bit later today. All right, I'll show you the 7-day forecast when I come back, but first let's check in on traffic. Samada's back in studio with a look at our freeways. Hey, Samada.
Good morning, Marie. Good morning, everyone. It is busy out there on this Thursday morning. We're going to take you out to a new collision. If you have commute plans right here along that 101 stretch, northbound side of the 101 at Lynn Road, getting word of a motorcycle collision versus a pickup truck, and you're looking at speeds down to 7 miles an hour. Reports of injury, so we do have emergency crews, of course, heading to the scene. Both directions of the freeway through the Thousand Oaks area and the Newbury Park area a little slow at this hour. And we also have this collision eastbound 91 at Bellflower Boulevard through the Bellflower area on your approach towards the 605. We also have tow trucks and no reports of injuries right now, but you will be delayed through that stretch. Here's a better looking road, the northbound side of the 101, southbound side of the 101 through Hollywood and Hollywood Boulevard. Doing great at this hour. Back to you, Jim.
All right, Samantha, thank you. So the FDA is expanding its warning of a botulism outbreak. This all involves the recalled By Heart baby formula. The agency says the outbreak has expanded now to include any illnesses reported since the company began production in 2022. Now, federal health officials are urging parents to stop using all By Heart products. Botulism is a rare disease that impacts fewer than 200 babies in the U.S. every year. Symptoms include constipation, loss of head control, and drooping eyelids. So far, By Heart has sickened at least 51 babies in 19 states, including California. Families have filed lawsuits as the FDA and CDC continue their investigation.
International travelers may soon need more than a passport to enter the United States. Customs and Border Protection is proposing new rules that would require visitors to allow agents to access their social media accounts, deleted files, and any photos or videos on the traveler's electronic, devices. It would impact people from 48 countries, including the UK and Germany, who are typically able to visit the U.S. for up to 90 days without a visa. People would also be asked for things like their email and personal information on immediate family members. The public has until February the 9th to submit comments on these proposed changes before it goes into effect.
Well, we are about to find out how valuable the last U.S. pennies are. So today, the U.S. Mint will auction off the final pennies ever produced. Yeah, it's selling 232 specially certified 3-coin sets. Each includes one of the final pennies struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, as well as a 24-karat gold uncirculated penny. Experts believe the sets will go for tens of thousands of dollars each. Live bidding will get underway in just 30 minutes and will be viewable online at the Stax Bowers Gallery's website. You know what's next to go? The nickels.
Apparently, because there's fewer pennies out there now because people are now hoarding them. Yeah, because they're like the pennies are out of production and they think they're going to be worth something later.
You can still use them.
Of course you can, yeah.
Right.
You can still use them, but people are just now hoarding them and keeping them and not putting them back into circulation.
This is interesting. Do you ever use Coinstar?
Yeah.
I've used it a few times, yeah.
So I have a jar where I just collect change, and now I'm second guessing if I want to dump the pennies in there.
I mean, it's going to take a while before they're worth like a lot. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
So just we'll be long gone by the time.
I have a water jug full. I mean, there's got to be There's going to be a lot in there.
Oh my gosh. Bob, there's your retirement.
Gosh, money bags McGee over here.
This morning, we're checking out an amazing art exhibit at the Hammer Museum in Westwood.
Yeah, it's called Made in LA, featuring work by dozens of local artists, and Brooke is there. Good morning.
Hey there, good morning. Yes, Made in LA is an exhibition put on by the Hammer Museum every 2 years, and this morning we have a preview for you. Take a look right here. This is called, and correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick, Battle of the City on Fire. All right, come on over here, talk to me about it. Patrick is the artist. Tell me a little bit about this.
This is a landscape that represents LA.
Wow.
Brown bodies being erased, cinder block, graffiti on top of murals, collapsing time on itself, past, present, you know, everything kind of coming together and coalescing and representing, you know, current times and also, you know, things that happened in the past and present, and all of this is just kind of a landscape. A lot of the greenery, the roses and the bougainvilleas, the stuff that you can see today. A lot of the mural layering and stuff in, you know, the past, cinder blocks and neon. All the materials that I'm interested in are like materials that are like fleeting the city.
Yeah, it's really elaborate. You put this together. You created this in your studio in East LA, right?
Yeah, Lincoln Heights. I rented a space, but my studio's in Huntington Park, but 13 months in the making.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is stunning. Wow, and the message is powerful. Scott, come on over here, join us, because I want to talk to you a little bit about this exhibition, something you all do every 2 years. You have these amazing artists. Tell me about it.
So Made in LA is a biennial exhibition. Every 2 years, it always features artists who live and work in Los Angeles. This is the 7th edition that we've done at the Hammer. This year we have 28 artists, ranging, I think the youngest is 30, the oldest is in their 80s. So it's really multi-generational, and all over LA, every part of LA, artists are coming from.
So people need to come and see this.
People can come to the Hammer. We're located in Westwood, right on Wilshire and Westwood. Free admission all the time. So come out. Check it out.
Okay, and I want to show you all, Jan, Bob, if Amanda's still sitting there, I want to show you guys something. Take a look over here. You know, I probably got in the way wrong, Carlos, but I don't know if you see those computer screens right there. So if you come over here and you know, peruse the exhibition, you know what it's like when you see art, right? You pick your favorite, you talk about your favorite with your friends, so you can vote on your favorite. And the artist at the end of this that gets the most votes, guess what they get? $25,000.
Wow.
Right? That's amazing. And you get to play a part in that. Yeah, it's awesome. So if something really moves you, you get to go over there and say, you know what, I want to give this to them. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, directly making a difference in someone's life.
I went to this exhibit last year, the Made in LA exhibit, and I love it because it's all local people, all these brand new budding artists, and it's really amazing. And the Hammer Museum is like one of those like diamond, and you know, like it's a gem, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful here. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
All right, check it all out.
Thanks, Brooke.
New this morning, NFL owners have voted to support and launch a professional flag football league. The league will invest up to $32 million to support the start of this league. Flag football continues to rise in popularity globally with 20 million players worldwide. The sport will make its Olympic debut in 2028 in the Summer Games in Los Angeles. The NFL's announcement also revealed there will be a men's and a women's league.
How about that? So college football fans will get to sample some unique food offerings at the upcoming Cheez-It Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida. Would you take a bite out of this? It's a massive Cheez-It crusted turkey leg. Oh yeah, baby. It's going to cost fans at Camping World Stadium.
Look how big that leg is. That woman's hand barely even goes.
It's a lot.
Her fingers, these fingers barely wrap.
That's nuts. Yeah, so this is $25 a leg. Not too shabby. It's going to come with a zesty cranberry chutney.
I think that's a funny word.
Sweet and tangy sensation. For those watching from home, Cheez-It offers a chicken wing recipe to recreate the flavor. Cheez-It's senior brand director says the crackers are already a game day favorite, so they're a perfect match for football. Other Cheez-It inspired snacks like walking nachos. What's a walking nacho?
Why are these legs so big?
Well, is it the meat or is it the Cheez-It? I'm wondering.
I think it's
how much of that is Cheez-It?
She can barely.
Let's all say Cheez-It one more time.
Cheez-It one more time. And a pimento cheese and bacon burger will also be sold at the game. Listen, I'm a sucker for a Cheez-It.
Me too, in the box.
Yes.
In the box, as God intended.
Right. Right
You
next
wouldn't
to me
use
on the
it like,
couch.
you know, you crunch it and then use it as a breading.
Right.
Well, I
Because people use like cornflakes are commonly used
and
as
I like the idea of it.
I do. I did have to try that. I also like the shake. Remember Shake and Bake growing up?
Yeah.
Shake and Bake, and I helped. Remember that commercial?
I grew up on Shake and Bake.
Yeah. You don't remember? You do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course he does.
Sometimes he goes, yeah. Yeah.
Bobblehead.
Good morning to everyone. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamaba Resort and Casino. Boop, 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 boop. Name that movie.
White Lotus.
Oh, yeah. What?
What?
No, that's...
No, it's
White Lotus.
It's a whistle. Who can whistle really well? Saul? Do, 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 do. There you go. That's Hunger Games.
Yeah.
I volunteer as tribute. Well, Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson, a.k.a. PETA and Katniss, they're coming back for Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping.
There's how many of these movies? How many Hunger Games are there?
But this one's different, Jennifer Lammers.
How many have there been? How many are there going to be?
This is for the prequel. That's right, before the Hunger and the Game. This is it. This is for the prequel set in the world of Panem, 24 years before the events of the Hunger Games. Sunrise on the Reaping hits theaters November of 2026. You know, it made history, Hunger Games history, because the film's first trailer became Lionsgate's second biggest trailer launch ever in the studio's history, with 109 million views in its first 24 hours. I'll give you one guess as to which trailer this year broke the biggest records.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a tough one.
I was like,
I know. I wasn't going to leave you hanging with that one.
like,
Yeah, Michael.
White Lotus?
Good enough.
White Lotus. The Michael trailer actually clocked 116 million views in its first 24 hours.
So this is the original Hunger Games cast coming back for a prequel.
The rumor is, but this hasn't been officially signed off by Lionsgate, but this is what the online rumors are, so I want to preface it with this. That they're telling a story of how to their children of how the Hunger Games happened, and that's why Jennifer Lawrence, Woody Harrelson, and Josh Hutcherson are there. Then they go back in time.
Got it.
Because the challenge is, I was like, this thing was done in like 2012, and like they're going to go back and try to pretend that they're younger than.
No, that's what they said, but Lionsgate hasn't confirmed.
I'm sure.
These days.
Okay, so last hour we did ask you, do you think regifting is tacky? And 72% of you say, nah, just give me a gift. We appreciate any gift.
Right?
Go to foxla.com/vote to get your say in on Good Day LA.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say.
That's right.
All right, coming up, our next guest knows so much about healthy dating, he literally wrote the book on it.
After the break, Justin Garcia joins us to talk about the research he did on everything from romance to intimacy. First, let's get intimate with traffic. Here's some.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Up close and personal. Good day in LA traffic. Sponsored by law offices of Jacob and Ronnie and call jacob.com. Unfortunately, you may not want to get up close and personal. We've got a trouble spot here. Big rig fire. It has at least 2 lanes blocked off. The fire department is on scene trying to put that out. Eastbound 60 right there at Central Avenue. And you're looking at speeds down to 16 miles an hour. And this earlier collision involved a motorcycle versus a pickup truck. It is slow and go in both directions there. We do have tow trucks and also emergency crews head to the scene. Northbound 101 at Lynn Road through the Thousand Oaks area. Here's a much better look at a local freeway. Northbound side, the 101, southbound side of the 101 right there. Hollywood Boulevard through Hollywood looks great at this hour. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
I looked up and just ran.
Maybe we need to seek somebody who does have the expertise to be able to guide us through the process.
If you're getting to an accident,
you're in good hands by dealing with Jacob and Ron.
Call Jacob.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. This weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. Beautiful view to show you outside. Once again, very similar to yesterday. High pressure is in control, producing all the sunshine. A slight offshore flow will mean those above average highs again. The storm track staying to our north and headed right into the Pacific Northwest. So more summer-like conditions for us, with temperatures getting up to 15, even 20 degrees above normal. This high will break down slightly beginning tomorrow into the weekend, but even though you're going to feel that cool down by the time we get to Sunday, highs will still be above the average. It's going to stay dry through next week with a chance for some showers as I look ahead, maybe on the 22nd, 23rd, just in time for the winter solstice on the 21st. We'll get some clouds and maybe even some showers for Christmas Eve. Otherwise, beautiful on the sand, lots of sunshine, low 70s, surf heights 1 to 3 feet, a little smaller for Orange County, San Diego, but it's 1 to 3 generally from Ventura into downtown or LA County beaches. Downtown LA today, 84, cooling to around 70 on Sunday, so that's when you'll notice, but that is still above the average. And then we'll bring it back up as we get into the early and middle part of next week. Valleys, Inland Empire nearing 90 degrees today. That is more like July, summertime conditions. 76 on Sunday. Up to the mountains and Big Bear, 65, plenty of sunshine. A little bit more of a cloud cover on Saturday, otherwise staying dry through the extended outlook. High desert areas, 71 degrees, cooling to perhaps the 60s on Sunday, but we do have lots of sunshine through the better part of next week. And then the low desert, Palm Springs, 86 degrees today, maybe getting down to the low 80s by Sunday. There's my weather for now. Back to you.
It's being called the best book on modern mating in a time when love and healthy dating feels more elusive than ever.
Boy, it sure does. So our next guest is Dr. Justin Garcia, Executive Director of the Kinsey Institute, the nation's leading sexual and relationship research center. His new book is called The Intimate Animal, The Science of Sex, Fidelity, and Why We Live and Die for Love. Ooh, what a title. Thanks for being here.
I'm delighted. Great to be with you both.
It's always good to see you all the way from Indiana. That's where the Kinsey Institute is located.
Came to see you, get warmed up.
Yeah. So congrats on the book. And you certainly did some interesting research for it.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, this was a fun project. It was a big part of the last decade of my work, studying people's romantic and intimate lives. We collected hormone samples in Las Vegas. I was watching monogamous givens in the jungles of Thailand, interviewing singles in New York. We have over 80,000 people in our single data set now. So we've got so much information to really try and help all of us navigate what's going on in our romantic lives today. Why do so many people feel stressed and struggling with not just the downs, but struggling with the ups and celebrating all the great parts that come with our relationships too.
Yeah.
So you're saying that humans are just naturally intimate animals, but it almost seems like this day and age, it's less than intimate. Even relationships seem so almost like transactional. Meeting people just seems transactional. What's happening?
I mean, ask any single here in Los Angeles. It's really rough out there, and it's changed enormously. I would say, like over the last maybe 5 years.
Yeah, you both nailed it, and I think that's the challenge that we're all grappling with. So by training, I'm an evolutionary biologist, so I say, well, there's millions of years of evolution that have shaped our desire to connect with other people, but particularly to connect with a romantic partner. That is built into our biology. It's built into our DNA to have those close connections. They get us through all sorts of things. It's associated with physical and psychological health. But you're right? Everyone's struggling with what's going on. There was just a report that was released early this morning on social connection in America. 3/4 of Americans, when you ask how often have you engaged with someone that you really enjoy, that you care about, 3/4 said less than twice a month. So we're not engaging in that kind of social connection that we need as a social species.
And what's to blame for that? I mean, I would imagine like the apps, right? Instagram, TikTok too. It's like we rely on these apps to connect, but we're not really connecting because we're not doing it in person.
Yeah, that's the big rub, right? We go on these apps and you have thousands of connections. So on the one hand, you go, why is the human brain not saying, well, there's thousands of people on all my social media connections, but they're not deep relationships. And that's where we really want our romantic bonds, or I think the key to being the intimate animal is we want relationships where we feel seen and heard and listened to, and that happens most often in a romantic bond, in an intimate relationship.
So a brave new world.
Yeah.
We have artificial intelligence now, and that's why we have people who are having conversations with people with artificial intelligence. And I see these movies where people fall in love with robots, or you start being empathetic to
Well,
it.
the chatbots,
What's the future going to be like here with artificial intelligence and our relationships with robots and all that stuff?
Yeah, we're going to start walking around with them, and I think that there is a place that some of that could happen. I'm actually quite cautious about it. We have this in our Singles in America study. We asked people, are you using AI in your relationship? We found that about a quarter, about 1 in 4 single Americans say they're using AI, but really to help their dating profiles, to pick the best picture, to help with the first prompt.
Prompts and everything,
And but young people, Gen Z, 50% are using it. So we're seeing a wave happen where young people are ushering in new trends and how they're going to use this technology. To your point, I'm really cautious about it because I think what we crave is actually getting to know someone, sometimes the messiness of a relationship, of asking questions and learning things. And what we know about our research on the dating apps is people don't like the idea that if we're connected and I think all your photos have been generated by AI or all your messages to me, suddenly I don't trust you anymore. And the fundamental thing for first interactions in relationships is trust. So when we don't have that, things get kind of screwy. So I'm worried about where we're going with all this.
I was going to ask you that too. Like, you've got to be concerned about us as a species, as an intimate animal, knowing what we know now, all the research that you've done throughout your career leading up to this. What is your biggest worry about humanity at this point?
I was just thinking about a few years ago, before this AI burst happened, we asked a national sample of 1,000 people in relationships if they're touched enough by their romantic partner, and a third, 34.4%, said no, they're not being touched enough by their romantic partner. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to get even worse now that we're using these apps. What I'm worried about with the AI technology, I think it's really helpful to people if we use it as training wheels. If we use it to practice our first prompt, what to put in which picture should I put, throw a puppy in, that's good advice. The data says puppies help. But when we start to rely on it to have a relationship, when the AI, particularly these chatbots, when that becomes the source of the relationship, that's where we've veered off course as a species. And then that's when we have to say, let's use this to train, and then let's get back to the real human connection that's built into our biological architecture.
Yeah, touch each other more.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to have you back and do a deeper dive in some of these things, because I think it's some of the great issues that we're dealing with.
I'm optimistic. I think that we will get through this as a species.
I'm glad we ended on that note.
The Intimate Animal comes out January 27th. Thanks for joining us. Now let's go over to Roxy and Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there. Good morning, guys. Yeah, happy Friday to everyone. So here's a question for you. Oh my gosh, Friday.
It's your Friday.
Happy Thursday.
Wishful thinking.
Here's another question to think about. Aside from AI, are we overly medicated as a society? A top clinical psychologist says yes. In fact, the U.S. leads the world when it comes to medication use. The steps he recommends you take before you reach for prescription.
Plus, Jen is heading to the Bubble Planet experience. Details on the exhibit opening tomorrow in the Arts District.
Good morning. Welcome to your Thursday. It is 9 a.m. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. Let's take a look at today's headlines.
High school athletes are recovering this morning after they were hit by a suspected DUI driver. What investigators are revealing about the person who drove into them.
Plus, President Trump's Gold Card program is live, offering a fast track to U.S. citizenship. Details on the application that will cost a pretty penny.
And some people spend more time at work than they do at home with their families. Does that make you more or less excited to go to a holiday party at your office? If you have a holiday party at your office, I'll tell you what a new study reveals about our habits. But first, we spend a lot of time together, Maria.
Yes, we do, and I love every moment of it, Amanda.
Same. That's right.
We should have a holiday party. All right, good morning to you on this Thursday. It is almost Friday, and you know what? It doesn't feel like December with all this sunshine and warmer temperatures. We have mostly sunny skies, as you can see here how clear it is across the southwest. Once again, indicative and the product of an area of high pressure that has been in control of our weather. 63 degrees currently in Burbank, 64 in Santa Monica, 62 in Santa Ana. Big Bear, it's warmed up a little bit, 37, 70 degrees in Palm Springs. High temperatures this afternoon, similar to yesterday, will be well above normal. 86 out there in the low desert, 71 in the high desert areas. Downtown LA should reach a high of 84 and nearing 90 for the valleys and the Inland Empire. I'll let you know what the rest of the forecast looks like and into next week in just a few moments. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
All right, breaking news. A federal judge in Maryland has ordered the immediate release of Kilmar Abrego Garcia from immigration detention as he fights a deportation order. The Salvadorian national entered the country illegally as a teenager and has lived in Maryland for years with his American wife and child. Abrego Garcia was mistakenly deported to El Salvador in March, despite a 2019 ruling that he couldn't be sent there due to gang threats. His case has become a flashpoint for critics of President Trump's immigration policies.
A driver loses control of his car, smashes into a group of high school track and cross-country students who were out for a run.
No one was killed, but several students were seriously injured, and Mario Ramirez is outside the high school with all the details. Mario.
8 students, part of the track team in total here at Anaheim High School. And this morning, administrators say 3 of them remain hospitalized. The injuries ranging from broken bones to bruises and lacerations. Take a look. We'll bring you back to that scene. It was around 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon when a group of track team students was out on a training run, stopped at a sidewalk at Harbor Boulevard and North Street, waiting for the light to change when police say a driver suddenly plowed into them. Surveillance video capturing the moment. It all happened. Students just 16 and 17 years old were left sprawled across the sidewalk in a front yard as medics rushed in, tending to 8 injured team members. 3 were loaded into stretchers and taken to the hospital immediately with more serious injuries, while 4 others were later transported as a precaution, all as the driver was being assessed on the scene. And we heard from the principal here at the school who says they're working with the district on any possible policy changes or additional safety measures after what happened yesterday.
So we're going to be assessing all of that, speaking with district on what that route could look like. This is something that we've done here for years, and not just us, but every high school in Southern California. They were at a crosswalk, they were at a stoplight, so obviously we'll be assessing all of that.
I don't think that it should change. I think that that's part of their training, and they train hard, and I think running around just at the school, I think wouldn't give them the training that they actually need.
Police have now identified the driver as 27-year-old Anthony Alva Palafox of Anaheim. He was taken to the hospital for injuries and later arrested on suspicion of DUI for both alcohol and drugs. His vehicle impounded, and police say a search warrant is pending to determine if there was any other evidence inside. Now, here at the high school, administrators also say all of the injuries were non-life-threatening. All students are expected to recover, and they will have counselors, crisis counselors on hand today for students and staff. In Anaheim, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
Oh my gosh, how scary.
And the coach saw it all happen.
Yeah. Yes, yes. I always think about that when I see kids running, though.
Yeah, you see it often. Yeah.
They're right there. All right, happening today, hearing for LA City Council member Kern Price to determine if there's enough evidence for a trial. Price charged with 5 felony counts of embezzlement of government funds, 3 felony counts of perjury, and 4 felony counts of conflict of interest. He pleaded not guilty to all counts and denied all allegations. Last month, the judge rejected a motion to dismiss the charges, ruling that the case will move forward.
And new this morning, Costa Mesa has a new police chief, and she is the first woman to hold the job. Joyce Lapointe joined the department back in 1997 and has worked several jobs, including patrol officer, defensive tactics instructor, and emergency management coordinator. She had been serving as the interim chief since June.
Happening today, Senate expected to vote on competing plans for the future of Obamacare subsidies. The COVID-era subsidies bring down health insurance premiums for millions of Americans who got coverage through the Affordable Care Act. But if Congress doesn't act, the rebates will expire at the end of the month, effectively doubling insurance rates. The Democratic plan includes a 3-year extension, while the proposal from Republicans would not extend subsidies, but instead expand health saving accounts. Without bipartisan support, though, neither bill is expected to get the 60 votes needed to pass today.
Yesterday, the House passed a massive $900 billion defense bill. It includes nearly 4% pay raises for troops, as well as housing and facility improvements on military bases and some military aid for Ukraine. It also cuts climate and diversity efforts, but boosts congressional oversight of the Pentagon. For instance, the spending bill contains several measures that push back against the Department of Defense, including a demand for more information about the strikes on alleged drug boats in the Caribbean. That bill now heads to the Senate.
The Department of Homeland Security now has its own plans to carry out deportations. The agency says that it has signed a deal with Daedalus Aviation to buy 6 Boeing 737 jets for Immigration and Customs Enforcement to deport immigrants. The report does say that the purchase is for nearly $140 million. ICE currently carries out the deportations through charter flight companies. Homeland Security claims the deal will save taxpayers $279 million.
An Orange County photographer is speaking out after he was deported as he was heading to Texas to photograph a wedding.
Nick Garcia brings us the asylum seeker story and his uncertain future.
I was trying to do it the right way, the legal way, and it just feels like they don't care about that.
Adan Cáceres came to the United States under asylum in 2014, fleeing a violent El Salvador, a place he never wanted to return to, but is there again.
My mom's sister was murdered, and she was thrown in the front of our house. She also was abused sexually before they murdered her. And then my brother and I were threatened by the gangs.
He says he never received the deportation order that was issued in 2018 and only learned about it in 2023. He then started the process of reopening his case.
I was paying my taxes. I'm a business owner. I'm a wedding photographer. I'm also married.
In October, Cáceres was going through security at John Wayne Airport, heading to a job in Texas when he was detained. He says from Santa Ana, he was sent to the Adelanto Detention Center, then one in El Paso, Texas, where he says the conditions were inhumane.
We're not even asking for, hey, let us out or anything like that. We're asking for water. We're asking for us to be able to use the restroom. Like, these are just basic human rights.
He says now that he's back in the country he once fled, he's most concerned about his wife back in Orange County.
I was providing a lot of income for our household, and now my wife has to take care of all of those things on her own, paying the car insurances, the rent, all the bills.
Cáceres says he had no criminal history and feels he was on the path to citizenship when it was ripped away from him, leaving his future with his family uncertain.
I don't know what that looks like for me. I don't know if I'm going to see them.
Nick Garcia, Fox 11 News.
President Trump and his Commerce Secretary are officially opening applications for a new path to citizenship. They call it the Trump Gold Card. It would allow wealthy individuals and businesses to buy access to American citizenship, and it's now available at trumpcard.gov.
So for an individual, it's $1 million, and for a corporation, it's $2 million. And as the president said, for a corporation, they spend $2 million. They can then have an employee, full vetting, the best vetting the government has ever done, $15,000 vetting to make sure these people absolutely qualify to be in America.
The website for the Gold Card also previews something called the Trump Platinum Card. It says that plan is coming soon and would allow foreign nationals to pay $5 million to spend 270 days in the country without being subject to U.S. taxes.
The Federal Reserve lowering its key interest rate for the third time. The Fed is also signaling it might leave rates unchanged in the near future. Yesterday's change moves the rate to roughly 3.6%, which is the lowest it's been in almost 3 years. Low rates mean borrowing costs would be brought down for the mortgages, auto loans, and credit cards. Officials say they expect to lower rates just once next year.
The next phase of ticket sales for the 2026 FIFA World Cup starts today. So here's the schedule for the group stage matches happening in LA. USA, Switzerland, New Zealand, Iran, and Belgium are several of the teams confirmed. Today through January 13th, you could go to FIFA's website for your first chance at tickets based on the match you want to see. People will be notified in February if they're chosen to buy tickets.
Exciting stuff. All right, 9/11 still to come. Amanda's got your entertainment headlines after the break, including the new Supergirl trailer that just dropped minutes ago.
But first, a check of traffic.
And Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Here's a look at our real-time traffic map. Not too many incidents on the board. In fact, one of our live traffic cameras here to show you. This is the northbound 101. These are the cars coming at you, northbound side, at Hollywood Boulevard. It looks good. Both sides of the 101 looking nice and easy at the moment. The westbound 10 freeway. This is coming out of downtown LA going towards Santa Monica between the 5 to the 405. It's kind of normal for this time, 49 minutes. Northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10, 32 minutes, not too bad. Westbound 60 between the 57 to the 5, just 41 minutes there. Here's some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. I don't want to stress you out, but these are the number of days until some key holidays here coming up. Hanukkah in 3 days, 14 days until Christmas. That's it, and 21 days until New Year's Day. I know it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like the holidays are December with the record high temperatures we've had. Yesterday, Fillmore got up to 91 degrees. Woodland Hills broke an old record. 90 degrees was the high yesterday. Riverside, 88 was also a record, along with San Jacinto, 86. Laguna Beach almost won, but neared 80 degrees yesterday. High pressure is in control of our weather. That is keeping the storm track well to our north, and that atmospheric river aimed right at the Pacific Northwest. So back-to-back storms there in the Washington, even parts of Oregon or near Portland. We'll see some more rain later this weekend. We've got high pressure that's going to give us more sunshine and warm temperatures, 15 to 20 degrees above normal again today. The high will break down a little bit as we get into tomorrow and the weekend, so you'll feel and notice the cool down and a little bit of cloud cover, but we're going to stay dry. No rain until perhaps the 22nd to the 23rd, maybe even Christmas Eve. I'll keep you posted on the models. In the meantime, whatever you have planned outdoors, it'll stay dry and sunny. 84 today for downtown LA. Just a quick look at our day planner for Thousand Oaks. Lots of sunshine, getting into the low 80s later this afternoon. I send it back to you.
Thank you, Maria. All right, jumping into entertainment, sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. So first, a plane was hijacked. And now the upcoming season 2 trailer of Hijack shows us we have gone from planes to trains. But the tension remains.
This train has been hijacked. Okay, there are over 200 passengers. And if you do not do exactly what they say, then you will all die.
I think Idris Elba should just start driving. Wow. Just start driving yourself to places you need to get to. It has followed him again. Idris Elba's Sam Nelson is on the ground, but stuck on a train in Berlin. Oh, and side note, of course, there's a chance that all the passengers on the hijack train may die.
Right.
Hijack has been one of the biggest UK hits to come to Apple, and season 2 debuts January 14th. I watched the show. It's very good, high suspense, stakes are very high, and he is great in this role because he has to navigate a lot, but he has this calming presence about him where I feel like he could actually fly the plane.
Yeah. He's in command.
He's a man in command and a man in demand. So can't wait to see season 2 of Hijack. 2025 gave us Superman, but 2026 is giving us a super sneak peek into the next big DCU movie and character.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Proton didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind. Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well for you guys.
Whoa, it's a blonde, it's a twirl, it's Supergirl. Truth, justice, whatever. That's what the poster says. And now we're getting our first look at the trailer. June 26th of next year, Supergirl hits theaters. Millie Alcock plays the title character, and Aroxia, I know you know Millie Alcock because you watched a little show on Netflix called Sirens.
Oh, that's what I couldn't.
She came in, right?
Yes.
She came in?
I don't think so.
And I really want to know who you're thinking of now because I love this game.
I did
but yes,
watch
you know
Sirens.
from Sirens.
I sure did.
Now she's from Sirens to Supergirl. So many of us spend more time with our coworkers than our own members of the family. We know a lot about each other.
These are facts.
These are facts. And if the thought of spending time at a holiday party with your coworkers after work hours makes your skin crawl, apparently you're not alone. According to a recent poll by Sunny, 27% of workers would rather get a root canal than go to their work holiday party.
Wow.
Whoa. Even more bleak, 40% of Americans would also rather go to the dentist than socialize after hours with their boss. A psychologist analyzed the findings and called it fresh evidence of what he considers the great disconnection and workplace disengagement.
I mean, really just depends the group you've got, right?
Christmas, I feel like these things are luxuries, you know, holiday parties. I had a friend who texted us that she still gets a Christmas bonus.
Oh my gosh. Wow, are we back in the 80s?
Right. Is this the Christmas vacation with the Griswolds?
That's
Yeah,
so
she
funny.
gets a Christmas bonus, and she shared that it wasn't as much as it has been in years past, you know, sign of the times.
Right.
But the fact that we told her in the group chat, the fact that you're getting a Christmas bonus still, I think that's remarkable.
That's huge. And I think that's what it comes down to. A lot of people put a lot of work and time into going to their job, right? And then it's just like the disgruntled factor of it all because no bonuses, everything is tight. It's just the sign of the times, as you mentioned. But it's also like, okay, how much more can I give? Right?
I'm just happy to have my vacation approved.
Okay, all you want for Christmas
give
is
me
PTO.
the holiday time off and I'm good.
Do you like a spiked eggnog on your time off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me anything spiked. I'll do the trick.
Not picky. I love it.
All right, coming up, AAA is out with a new report on holiday travel predictions that will tell you which city ranks the top domestic destination.
And later, it's Tailgate Thursday. California Fish Grill will be in studio with new protein bowls packed with fresh seafood.
Yum.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful Ontario. Lots of sunshine. This camera view sponsored by Ontario International Airport. And for those of you traveling out of Ontario International, maybe headed to Denver today, we've got some clouds there, but mostly sunny, 64. Houston, wow, even sunnier, but 68 degrees today. Atlanta, 51 with some partly cloudy skies. Chicago, very cold, 29. Cold at New York JFK, but with some windy conditions, 35 degrees there later this afternoon. Back to you.
Certainly chilly out there. All right, Maria, thank you.
There's just 2 more weeks until Christmas. Do you have your travel plans?
AAA says year-end holiday travel is expected to set a new record. It estimates more than 122 million Americans will travel at least 50 miles from home over the period from December 20th through January 1st. And 5.7 million of those people will travel by car. In California, more than 16.5 million people will travel, which is just over 2% more than last year. The top destination for travel is Orlando for those staying in the United States, and Cancun if you're jet setting internationally. Interesting. All right, if you still haven't gotten holiday gifts for the kids, the Entertainment Software Association has some suggestions.
Yeah, they recently came out with new data showing that kids want most this year. Not surprising, video games actually on that list. They're the #1 choice for kids ages 5 to 12 and for boys 5 to 17. In fact, more than 1 in 3 girls in that age group are also asking for video games this year. Overall, video games rank 3rd on the list of what kids want. Money's still #1 though, interestingly enough, ahead of gift cards in 2nd place. Overall, the message here, don't think too hard about this, parents.
Unless you want to avoid screen time.
Right. Well,
so there's that.
Kind of hard to do these days, no matter which way you turn. 9:26 still to come. The Hammer Museum celebrating some of LA's brightest artists with a new exhibit. Brooke is there.
Hey, this exhibit is so cool. This looks like postcards, right? But they're glass. This is part of the Made in LA exhibit. I'll show you much more after the break.
Good morning. Welcome to your Thursday, 9:30. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. Let's take a look at today's headlines. New legal fallout for Netflix, this time connected to its bid for Warner Brothers. The accusations the streaming giant is now up against.
Plus, the U.S. population overly medicated. According to one top clinical psychologist, there are 5 steps you can take before you reach for the pills.
And LAPD and Target collaborating to spread smiles this holiday season. How dozens of kids are taking part in this special event. But first, a check on weather.
And it doesn't feel like December weather, does it? It's more like summer, so we are going to see more of that. Clear, cool morning today, and then a warm to hot afternoon, depending on where you are. Near record high temperatures possible again today in the 70s and 80s, nearing 90 in some of our valley locations. There will be a slight cool down beginning Friday into this upcoming weekend, and you'll notice, but it will still be above the average. And that's what we've had for the majority of this month, with the exception of really one day last Wednesday. Every single day has been above average. In fact, well above average. Even yesterday's 86 degrees. Today, 84 is what we're expecting for downtown LA. Close to that record of 86. We'll wait and see if we actually reach that high, maybe even tie or break it. The sunset time this afternoon at 4:44. Here are the high temperatures we're expecting today. 83 in Santa Clarita. Look at Woodland Hills, nearing 90 degrees. 76 in Santa Monica. 86 in Corona. Big Bear should get up to 65 with plenty of sunshine. 86 in Palm Springs. I'll talk about when our weather pattern is expected to change. Coming up, my complete forecast. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. This morning, tensions are escalating between the United States and Venezuela.
This after the U.S. military seized an oil tanker off the Venezuelan coast. Attorney General Pam Bondi sharing video of this operation, saying the tanker had been sanctioned by the United States for supplying oil to foreign terrorist organizations. Venezuela has the world's largest proven oil reserves and produces about 1 million barrels a day, but has been locked out of global oil markets by U.S. sanctions. President Trump did not go into detail on the operation, but says it was seized for a, quote, very good reason. Venezuelan's President Nicolas Maduro now facing both international and domestic pressure. Opposition leader and Nobel Peace Prize winner Maria Corina Machado spoke out this morning from Norway, saying Venezuela will be free.
I am very hopeful Venezuela will be free, and we will turn a country into a beacon of hope, an opportunity of democracy, and we will welcome not only the Venezuelans that have been forced to flee, but citizens from all over the world that will find a refuge as Venezuela used to be.
No comment yet from Venezuela's president on Machado's speech. As for the seizure of the oil tanker, Maduro called it blatant piracy. Tensions between the U.S. and Venezuela were already on the rise following a series of deadly American strikes on alleged drug smuggling boats in that area.
Back here locally, 8 Anaheim High School athletes recovering this morning after a car plows into them on a sidewalk during a practice run.
That's right. Mario Ramirez joins us now with all the details. Mario.
Yeah, Sandra, Roxy, we've been hearing from students and parents still processing this terrifying accident that frankly could have been much worse. We're just outside Anaheim High School this morning. We can tell you that counselors, crisis counselors, will be made available today after a car slammed into a group of track team runners during a routine practice. Take a look. It was just before 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. The team was stopped on the sidewalk at Harbor Boulevard and North Street waiting for the light when a red Toyota suddenly drove straight into them, sending teens flying onto the sidewalk and into a front yard. 8 students, all 16 and 17 years old, were injured from bruises and lacerations to broken bones. 3 were rushed to the hospital right away, 4 more taken as a precaution. Police say none of the injuries are life-threatening. The team's coach, to add to this, was just behind the group and saw everything unfold. He wasn't hit, but watched his own students get struck, and police identifying the driver as 27-year-old Anthony Alva Palafox of Anaheim. He also suffered injuries, taken to the hospital, and officers say he was eventually booked on suspicion of DUI for both alcohol and drugs. That vehicle there, that red Toyota, impounded. Police also looking into the car's speed and other factors that could have contributed to that crash. Now, back out here live, school officials say that this morning 3 students remain hospitalized from their injuries, but all are expected to make a full recovery. For now, live in Anaheim, I'm Mario Ramirez. Sandra, Roxy, back to you.
It is so awful. Hopefully they're going to be okay. That is so scary. All right, 2 teen boys have been charged with felony assault for a disturbing incident in Hermosa Beach last night. We do want to warn you, you've seen this video. It's really tough to watch, so no matter how many times you see it, it's hard. We were first to actually tell you about the security video showing a group of boys on e-bikes allegedly attacking a 57-year-old man, leaving him unconscious. Police arrested the 2 boys, ages 13 and 15, accusing them of being the main attackers. Defense attorneys, though, say the boys were acting in self-defense. The teens are due back in court on January 12th.
Happening today, LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman will announce charges against unlicensed contractors in the Eaton Fire Zone. Hochman will be joined by LA County Supervisor Catherine Barger, and both will speak and take questions about charges filed against unlicensed contractors accused of targeting fire victims in Altadena. Now, that news conference is scheduled to start at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
For the 3rd consecutive year, the Hyundai Elantra is America's most stolen vehicle. A report from the National Insurance Crime Bureau shows that more than 330,000 vehicle thefts reported in the first half of 2025. The Elantra was the top pick for thieves, more than 11,000 times. Analysts say the Elantra's popularity among auto thieves is mostly due to its security vulnerabilities. Hyundai Sonata was the 2nd most stolen vehicle, followed by Honda Accord, the Chevy Silverado 1500 pickup, and the Honda Civic.
NASCAR just settled a federal antitrust case filed by 2 of its teams, and one of them is co-owned by NBA legend Michael Jordan. The teams felt NASCAR's revenue-sharing agreement was unfair, and Jordan said the suit was about making sure NASCAR evolves in a way that supports everyone. Both of the teams involved in the case said a loss would have put them out of business.
New legal battle brewing between a major coffee company and the state of Florida. Florida's Attorney General now suing Starbucks, accusing the brand of using DEI as an excuse to hire or promote employees based on race. He also claims that Starbucks pays workers different amounts and gives managers bonuses for reaching certain racial quotas. The company denies the allegations, says it's committed to creating opportunities for every employee.
The bidding war for Warner Brothers Discovery is heating up. A class action lawsuit has been filed in an attempt to stop Netflix from acquiring the company. A woman in Las Vegas, who's an HBO Max subscriber, filed the proposed class action on Monday, citing concerns the acquisition could reduce competition among streaming services. HBO Max is owned by Warner Brothers, and her legal team says the deal could lead to higher prices for streaming apps.
If Netflix prevails, this is the moment that Hollywood turns from an industry into an app, because everything would be completely owned by Netflix. The distribution, the content, both past and present and future, and more importantly, the algorithm.
There's a lot of crown jewels in this. That's why there's that bidding war. And then because you own the content where people's eyeballs want to go, prices are going to go up.
Netflix responded in a statement saying, quote, "We believe this suit is meritless and is merely an attempt by the plaintiff's bar to leverage all of the attention on the deal." After what looked like a done deal, Paramount launched a hostile takeover in an attempt to outbid Netflix.
No matter who wins, experts warn consolidation between major players often reduces production and jobs. Analysts predict at least 6,000 layoffs when Warner Brothers is sold. Paramount plans $6 billion in cuts. Southern California's entertainment industry was strained by the pandemic and the strikes, and this means things could get worse.
Starting next year, YouTube will introduce several genre-specific channel packages to give viewers more choices. The platform will introduce new, smaller bundles that will cost less per month than YouTube's TV's base plan of $83. One of the new bundles will be a sports plan with ESPN Unlimited. Subscribers would still need to buy add-ons like NFL Sunday Ticket and NFL Red Zone. No word yet on pricing or a full list of channels that will be in each of the YouTube TV plans.
There's an amazing art exhibit at the Hammer Museum right now featuring dozens of local artists.
That's right, and Brooke is joining us live from Westwood to tell us all about it. Hi there, Brooke.
Hey there, yes, it's called Made in LA, and the Hammer Museum puts this on every 2 years. We have a really awesome sneak peek for you. Come on over here. This morning I get to spend the morning with these artists that just have these magical brains. Wheeling, thank you for being here with us. And talk to me about this, because it's all about childhood memories, right?
Yeah, thank you for having me. So a lot of my work uses like family archive photographs, but also photographs that I've made myself throughout the years. And so a lot of the work work is thinking through what this life in diaspora looks like. I'm originally from Haiti. I lived in New York, and now I live in LA, and so a lot of the work is thinking through what this idea of a life in diaspora consists of, and what, I don't know how to think about, or like what moments are important, whether it's the birth of a child or the way the sun shines in someone's eye, or just like a hug from someone you love. And so a lot of the work is thinking through that and trying to connect these different places that I've lived over the years through.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Some of the places you've lived through the years.
Yeah, I'm connecting these places. And so one of the things I did was thinking through like this architectural design of breeze blocks, which are very popular in Haiti, but also popular in LA as well. And so having these 3 constellations of works that reference like breeze block designs, but also look like a compass, but also playfully resemble a pinwheel design as well.
There's so much, it depends on how you look at it, right? And some of these are actual old photos, and some of these are reproductions or new staged photographs to help tell the story, right?
Yes, it's a mix. So cool. And so the only image I didn't make was this image of my youngest sister on the bottom over here, and then everything else was made throughout the years. And so there's replications, but also my own sort of like entry into like this archive of mine.
This is so awesome. This is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing this with us. This is so absolutely stunning. I love this. It's just, you like come in and you look at it and, okay. You all have to come here. Admission is free. Come on out here, support our local artists. And also, you know, once you go through and look at everything, you get to pick your favorite, and you actually get to vote on the artist that you think deserves $25,000. And it's going to be harder than you think, I'll tell you that. Yeah. There's a lot of magical art here.
Yeah, so much talent.
Talent, yep.
Creativity.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, Brooke, thank you. The Dodgers and nonprofit group Baby2Baby spreading holiday cheer at Dodger Stadium. Yesterday afternoon, they hosted 600 students, including those impacted by the Eaton fire, for a festive event. Kids got to sled on the snow hill, run the bases, meet Santa. They also received essentials like warm clothing, toiletries, and toys. This marks the 3rd year of the partnership with the Dodgers Foundation, donating $365,000 since 2020 to support families in need.
A West Adams Target store became the site of some holiday magic this morning. LAPD officers joined dozens of kids for a special shopping trip.
I love this. It's all made possible through a program known as Heroes and Helpers. Coco McAvoy has the story.
Hey there, it's the holiday season, so it's the perfect timing for Target's Heroes and Helpers program that partners with LAPD here. And all of the kids are so excited to get their holiday shopping spree underway. I am here with Joshua and Leonardo, their friends. So, Joshua, tell us about what you're shopping for.
I'm shopping for some Nerf guns and clothes, and my friend Leonardo is also shopping like from the same Nerf guns that we have. And we're gonna buy like more stuff, like more Nerf guns or Orby guns, like mostly close too.
That's really cool. Your cart looks almost full so far. I'm going to come over to you, Leonardo. So if you can talk about what you like about this event.
I love that it brings the community together, and I can see my friends one more time. Also, the fact that some kids, they can't have like sometimes a Christmas present, so they get to buy their own. That's the best part of it.
That is the best part of it. I'll let you two continue shopping. I know you have lots more you want to get. I am also here with Senior Lead Officer Kenny Sanchez from the LAPD. If you can talk about why it's so important to have this event.
It's very important. As you can see, the kids' faces, everyone's here is happy. But first off, we want to thank everyone that came together. We have Felix Chevrolet, great donation. We have Brad from Honda of downtown LA, that awesome donation. And our local Balaka, Harry, he's hiding back there. But he made this happen because of his 501c3, so put this all together. But this wouldn't be happening without Target. So as you can see, these kids are just, it's amazing. This is a great event.
It is. Thank you so much for talking to us, Officer Sanchez, and thank you so much for highlighting the community collaboration that really brings this event all together every year. The kids are so excited. It really does bring holiday cheer. I'll send it back to you.
Tailgate Thursday is sponsored by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
And And California Fish Grill is the perfect fit for game day. We've got Chef Louis Jackson here to tell us why their sustainable protein bowls are a hit for everyone on your team. Louis, welcome. Before we get into these amazing bowls, because they smell so good right now, let's talk about the sustainability factor, because not many people know how sustainable you guys really are.
Well, blessed to be here. Thank you for having me this morning. Sustainability is important because we have to be able to enjoy this for many generations to come. So we harvest today, and we have plenty of harvest for the future.
That's amazing. I love that you do that. Your fish is not, you know, we're not just depleting the ocean like that. But we are smelling this right now. This is so good. We talked about the protein bowls. Tell us more about that.
Yes, we just recently launched our 100% sustainable protein bowls. It ranges from 31 grams to a whopping 56 grams of protein, and they're all delicious.
And they're very healthy, I can see. Let's go over some of the favorites here that I think I want to grab on my way out. The shrimp bowl, right?
Yes, this is our dynamite shrimp bowl. It's known for this sauce. It's sweet, it's velvety, it's got a little bit of heat. It's absolutely craveable. That's
a little spice?
A little spice, yeah, and then there's black sesame seeds on top. 31 grams of protein. And then we have our wasabi salmon bowl over there. That's at 50 grams. A chicken teriyaki bowl. That's at our 48 grams of protein, 50 grams of protein at our burrito bowl, salmon burrito bowl. So basically, it's everything in a burrito minus the tortilla.
So much, much healthier and delicious, of course.
Yes.
Okay, so protein bowls, what else do we have for game day?
Let me not leave out the champ of protein here. 56 grams of protein, one of my favorites because it has 4 types of protein. It has whitefish, chicken, grilled shrimp, salmon, and beans and rice also make a complete protein.
That's the combo plate I want. Okay. Speaking of plates, you got these as well for game day, right? We've got the bigger plates here on this side.
Wonderful for great game day. Fish and chips. Who doesn't like fish and chips? Fish tacos, shrimp skewers, and if grilled fish is your thing, grilled salmon as well.
Of course. Oh my God, Chef Louis, this looks fantastic. We got 40 locations all over, so make sure you check out California Fish Grill for yourself. Head to their website, CaliforniaFishGrill.com. That's CAFishGrill.com. Louis, you are my new best friend.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to take this bowl here. I know some other producers want this.
Yeah, or that.
This one.
Take them all.
Take them all. Okay. All right. All right, let's talk about the weather right now because it is so unlike December, right? This is why we have an area of high pressure that has been in control of our weather pretty much all month, keeping that storm track away from us. We have a clockwise flow of air around this area of high pressure, giving us the offshore flow. And when we get that wind out of the northeast, that helps to warm up the atmosphere. You can see how the arrows are moving from that northeasterly direction. The high is going to break down a bit starting tomorrow into the weekend. So notice the marine layer coming in, a little bit of high mid-level cloud cover as well. That will help to filter out some of the sunshine by Sunday, and temperatures will drop some 10+ degrees. So you'll notice that it will feel a little bit cooler by the time we get to the weekend. But it's still going to be above the average, but nonetheless a little bit cooler than what it is now. Temperatures in the 70s on the sand today. Surf heights mostly 1 to 3 feet. Ventura County, LA beaches, and then a little smaller 1 to 2 feet for Orange County and San Diego. On average around 71 to 74 along the coast today. 84 for downtown LA, cooling to 70 on Sunday. So there's that big drop in those temperatures, but it'll warm up as we get into early and middle part of next week. Mind you, 70 still above the normal 67 for us. 89, nearly 90 for the valleys and the Inland Empire, perhaps getting down to the 70s by Sunday. A little bit of that marine layer means morning, nighttime, low cloud cover, but then sunshine in the afternoon. 65, lots of sunshine up into the mountains. The low desert areas, of course, nice, sunny, 71 degrees. And then the low desert, a little bit warmer with temperatures getting into the mid to upper 80s later today. Back to you.
Maria, thank you. America's mental health crisis is hard to ignore. Anxiety, depression are up. Experts say prescriptions for antidepressants have never been higher. I spoke to one clinical psychologist who says that medication shouldn't always be the first answer.
America spends more than any other developed country on the planet on psychotropic medication. 20% of the public is taking a psychotropic medication, and yet, unfortunately, our mental health outcomes show like our children's mental health being at the bottom of developed countries.
Dr. Watson says the issue is bigger than just biology. He points to social disconnection, broken family structures, and loss of community as deeper roots of distress.
We have broken homes where you don't have mothers and fathers in the home anymore. We have schools that often aren't serving the function of kids, but kids are serving the function of schools.
He also notes the increasing pressures kids face today.
Kids nowadays are faced with way more challenges than ever we were in decades prior. You've got kids that, have active school shooter drills. There's a lot of pressure or adult things that kids are faced with.
Dr. Watson stresses that medication can help, but only after other steps have been tried.
We have an ethical responsibility to, again, one, do no harm, and two, use the least intrusive method possible first.
He says therapy, nutrition, and exercise can be powerful tools on their own.
Psychotherapy and counseling and skill set and nutrition and exercise and all the things that are available come with a lot less side effects than taking, a mind-altering drug.
Dr. Watson offers 5 practical steps anyone can try before reaching for medication. 1. Pause before the prescription. Ask whether therapy or talk-based approaches have been tried first. 2. Track patterns, not just symptoms. Keep a simple mood or behavior log to spot triggers like sleep, diet, or stress. 3. Reclaim expression. Don't suppress emotions, express them as part of recovery. 4. Build real connection. Meaningful relationships and purpose can buffer stress and depression as powerfully as some medications. And 5, understand your rights. Always ask about pros, cons, and alternatives before starting any prescriptions.
You got to exhaust everything else first before you even consider, doing something more serious like putting a drug into your brain.
For Dr. Watson, the message is simple. Healing begins with connection, awareness, and action, not just a pill bottle.
Dr. Watson says that medication, of course, can be a useful tool for some, but it should never replace healthy relationships, self-awareness, and support. And yes, I think we talk about this all the time. We are an overly medicated society. Everyone wants the quick fix. People don't want to put in the work. And so therein lies the problem.
And not just for mental health, for any kind of physical health.
Truly.
You think about weight loss, now, and people turn to a pill rather than the old-fashioned diet and exercise way, right, in some cases. But I think for mental health, health, too. It's a balance. You do need all the social connections and the support system around you, but how many times have we done stories where people who really do need the medication and they stop taking it, and that's when an episode happens. So it is a balance that is necessary, and obviously it's up to the doctor, right? A trusted doctor you should get advice from.
But those 5 steps can help you figure out, you know, what you need to do first.
Yeah.
And of course, medication is a useful tool. Just sometimes I feel like it's overly used.
Right. It's not the first resort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, coming up at 10, a local high school basketball team is asking for the community's help this morning after someone actually stole their gear, like even their homework, not just their gear, everything.
Goodness, yeah. All right, plus the Nobel Peace Prize winner finally emerges at the ceremonies. The way she got out of Venezuela and into Norway is something worthy of a spy movie.
Also, find out where SoFi Stadium ranks among the great venues of the U.S. and the world.